All right, listen, I'll just cut straight into it because I really do appreciate you guys for watching my videos and giving me likes and keeping up with me. But I just want to clear the air here because I think that there has been confusion and a whole bunch of common misconceptions going on about, me being sent back and what I should have done. Let me clarify that. Because first of all, I'm hearing a lot of, well, you should have went to Europe first and then bought a ticket from Europe to Asia. Let me tell you something, guys. It would not have made a difference. All right. It wouldn't have made a difference at all. And let me tell you why. If you've been watching my videos, the first time I left the US, I went en route to Germany, right? My route to get to Germany the first time I left the US was first I landed in Portugal. From Portugal, I landed in Spain. And from Spain, I finally landed in Germany, where I was confronted by German police. They're the ones who pulled me to the side and they, mentioned this was my 21-day notice the first time that I gave when I left the US. Okay. When I was out of the US that time, I landed in Germany, of course. I made my way all over Europe with no issues. And from Poland, I finally decided to purchase a ticket to Thailand, in which I was successful of getting in. No 21-day notice of anything, specifically because I was already outside of the US. So I didn't have anyone to report to at that time. All right. So when I made my way to Thailand, I then found out that I was not required to give an update or give a 21-day notice, even after the fact, because I was not in a jurisdiction that required me to register. Right. So that being said, when I came back to the US for my medical treatment, of course, I came back, I stayed in compliance. I did not have to register because I found out that the jurisdiction that I resided in did not require me to register or give a 21-day notice or of international travel or anything like that. So when I left the US the second time, I didn't give a 21-day notice. I flew straight from Orlando. Yeah, this was Orlando, and I flew straight into Poland. I landed in Poland, no issues, no questions, nothing asked, all right? And this is the Schengen area. They're well connected with the US. They are very well aware of the whole notifications, the green notices. They're seasoned with all of this, all right? So let's not be fooled by any of this. Fast forward, when I got to Poland, I did purchase a ticket from Poland into Thailand for the second time. I was successful entering Thailand for the second time. I then made my way from Thailand over to Indonesia, where I was successful once again. Okay, so from there, I started having more medical issues, and then I came back to the US to get more treatment. I couldn't leave the US until I got cleared again, all right? So when I got cleared to leave again, this time I booked a ticket straight from the US, straight over to Asia. Now, this is where the misconception is coming into place, because you guys are telling me, well, maybe you should have went back to Europe. This would not have made a difference because that letter would have gotten sent no matter where I went on Earth, all right? This is a new process that Homeland Security is working with TSA, NCIC, and all these other different organizations to find out more information when we travel in order to secure their, borders, or however they want to, whatever they call it, right? This is a new process that they have come up with. And I'm talking about within the last few months. The letter that was sent to Thailand would have been sent anywhere on Earth. Now, there's even been comments that have said, well, maybe Europe would have maybe Germany would have let you in, and maybe Poland would have let you in. Maybe there's been, comments about that. However, I have a gentleman in my group who went to Spain, and he was actually en route of France. So Spain was just a layover, and he was denied entry in the Schengen area as soon as he landed in Spain. So you can't say that Europe is a safe option for us anymore, right? You just can't say that. Like I said, this is a new process that they're doing now. When I landed in Germany, when I landed in Thailand, excuse me, when I landed in Thailand, I was confronted by Thai immigration. I was pulled to the side. And let me tell you something. The Asian embassy, Thai embassy, or whoever you say, because somebody made a comment saying that, well, maybe it was the Thai airlines, they're doing background checks and they're doing this. I highly doubt that. I personally highly doubt that. And I say that because the letter that was sent to the Thai immigration, this was custom made specifically for me. All right. You had to actually look me up, do your research, and then spend time typing that letter, formatting, and then even with a letterhead, putting all that shit together specifically for me. All right. I left the US on the 5th of February. Mind you, going into Asia, you're going ahead in time, almost 12 hours, actually like 13 hours, I believe. So when I left the US, I left on the 5th. I landed in Thailand on the 6th, of course. So the letter that I got, that the Thai immigration got when I got off the plane, this was dated the 6th. So they literally typed that within a few hours of me leaving, landing in Japan, and then boom, I made my way over to Thailand, and then there they were waiting on me. This letter was custom made specifically for me. This is not anything that the Thai government could have got online and found out. All right. This is something that I believe was notified by TSA when you go to the airport, the international airport to fly out. They scan your passport. Everything comes up. They just don't say anything. Maybe they're using a system through the NCIC. I don't know. Maybe they are. But the only agency who could have known that I left the United States at that time, or that I was at the airport leaving, was TSA. I literally didn't report to anybody, and I wasn't required to. Right? So the only people who could have known that I was leaving was TSA. And I'm saying that because that letter that was sent to Thai immigration was dated on February 6th. I had left the day before and I went ahead in hours, 13 hours. So I went into the next day. So they only had like a few hours to type that letter. You get what I'm saying? I was able to get a picture of the letter, and I'll read some of it for you. So this is dated February 6th, like I said. It says law enforcement sensitive at the top. Above that, it says U.S. Embassy, Bangkok, Thailand. So, this is exactly where it's coming from. The gentleman's name on the bottom is Leonard Mancuso. All right. So the letter is sent to Commander Immigration Division 2, Royal Thai Police Immigration Bureau at the airport that I landed in Bangkok. To those of you who don't know, the airport was BKK. So it says, Dear Commander, please accept the following information provided to assess eligibility for admission to the Kingdom of Thailand as you deem appropriate. Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, Bangkok, Thailand, was notified of the following American citizen, convicted felon, and registered sex offender departing the United States bound for Thailand. This is what the first line says. All right. So this obviously wasn't from an Asian government finding this out. They wouldn't have sent themselves this letter. That just doesn't make any sense. This was somebody who notified straight from the US that I was on my way there, not the Asian government. Stop saying it's the airlines. Stop saying it's the Thai immigration. No, it's not. They had no clue. I've been successful 2 times, and it has nothing to do with the fact that I flew in from the United States. I could have flown in from anywhere on the planet, and that green notice or this letter would have gotten sent to anyone, to any country on the planet. All right. This is now what's happening when you fly anywhere from the United States. They're checking manifest. All right. And the second paragraph of this letter is basically your information, your first, last name, date of birth, passport number, scheduled flight, or your itinerary information, your route, the flight number, the airport you're landing in, all the way from your leaving, where you first leave, where you catch your first flight, all the way to where you get off your last flight. All right, it's got all that information on it, so they know exactly where you're going. Also, the line above, below that, it basically goes over your charges, what you were convicted of, what year it was, how long ago it was, the victim's age, and whatever your sentence was. It goes over that. Below that, it says, per public law 114-119, International Megan's Law to prevent exploitation, child exploitation, and other sexual crimes through advanced notification of traveling sex offenders. HSI, which is Homeland Security Investigations, may provide notification to foreign countries when individuals convicted of covered sex offenses involving minors have upcoming international travels. That's what the fourth line says. So again, this is coming from our government, not from any Asian embassy, not from any Asian agency either. The thing that I told you last video that I found interesting was this last line, and it reads exactly this. We kindly request that your office do not disclose the existence of this letter to the traveler. Upon request, the traveler may contact the following email address with any redress issues. And it gives you the DHS, enter Megan's Law at ice.dhs.gov. That's pretty much all the letter says. So it's not actually telling the place that you're traveling to not to let you in. It's just really notifying them of who you are, what you did before, and if you want to let them in, that's on you. Don't say that we told you that we didn't tell you. That's pretty much what the letter is doing. It's pretty much giving them an incentive to turn you around at the airport, even though they're not saying it directly. They're doing it indirectly or fucking passive, however you want to say it. So I personally do not believe that this was an Asian agency that concocted this letter within that amount of time, because I don't even think that they knew that I was coming. I don't believe that the airlines does background checks. I don't believe that they do that on passengers. They wouldn't have enough time to do that shit. They would lose money. Background checks cost money, you know. Maybe it's just me. But I'm just specifically saying what I don't believe and what I do believe. I do believe when you go through the airport to fly international, they scan your passport and your information does show at some point. You only scanning your passport once when you're leaving the US. They know who you are right there. And then if you can, let me see if I can find it real quick, because I actually posted this in my WhatsApp group. And by the way, if you're interested in joining, click the link, not click the link, but fucking contact the email that I got right here on the screen, and we'll get you verified into the group. But I did a simple Google search of do airlines do background checks? And this says, what I'm reading off of, what I downloaded, says, when you go through TSA at the airport, you are identified for sole purpose to make sure you are not on a no-fly list. Your name is ran through the NCIC. Unless it is an international flight, then your criminal background is checked at customs, and it is and any warrant in the NCIC can be served. So I then did a search for what the hell is NCIC, because I had never heard of it before that day. And it says the National Crime Information Center. It says a criminal records database allowing criminal justice agencies to enter a search for information about stolen properties, missing or wanted persons, and domestic violence protection orders to get criminal histories and to access the National Sex Offender Registry. So agencies have access to the NCIC. And I'm believing that TSA had access to that, because they are the only people that I scanned my passport with. I didn't give a 21-day notice. I didn't notify local law enforcement because I was not required to. All right. That's pretty much it. I think that there's been like a lot of confusion with people saying that, well, this shit, you should have did this, you should have went this route and all of that. And guys, it would not have made a difference. That letter would have gotten sent to Germany. It would have gotten sent to Poland. It would have gotten sent anywhere I went. This is a new process that they're doing. And no matter where I would have landed, they would have gotten that letter. And there's a high probability that they would have sent my ass back. Even if I landed in Germany, the first time I was successful, I can say that maybe I got lucky because my letter did not get sent to Spain when I landed in Madrid that first time. It got sent directly to Germany. Now, I have no idea that this individual says that his letter got sent to Spain and his final destination was France. I don't know how that worked. Maybe, just maybe, the US government is sending those letters to everyone along the routes now. I have no idea. But for my specific situation, I did not experience that the first 2 times that I left the US, all right? When I left this time, I flew directly to Asia. And some people are saying, well, you shouldn't have flown directly to Asia, but I'll say it for a 4th time. It would not have made a difference. That letter would have gotten sent to anywhere on the planet that I would have went to, and I was at risk of getting sent back either way it went. Maybe my chances would have been higher to go straight to Germany. Maybe so. But I could have booked a flight that would have landed in Spain just like the other fella, and I could have gotten sent back just like he did. You know, this is a new process. Again, the last time I left, I didn't give a 21-day notice and no letter was sent. This time that I left, I didn't give a 21-day notice and a letter was sent. So let's not be complacent. This is a new process that's going on. All right, and they're always trying to find ways to strengthen their security, whatever it is they're trying to accomplish by constantly hammering us with fucking serrated nails or whatever it is they're doing. We're constantly getting screwed, and unless you come out of the closet to kind of help us find other ways around it, that's really what I'm doing here. So when you say you shouldn't have booked a flight directly to Asia, if I didn't do that, then you would not have known about this process. You would not have known anything I said, because I'm reading all the forums and nobody's really giving any detailed information as to how they're getting in or what their experiences was going here and there. People are not really giving you detailed information as to how things happen. And that's the whole point of us here. That's the whole point of my organization, my WhatsApp group. That's the whole point of my videos. I want to document my journey and what I'm having to go through so that you don't have to go through the same fucked up errors, all right? Yeah, I lost a couple $1,000s on that damn trip. That's what has to happen in order for you to get your answers. So don't come emailing me talking about, well, I'm scared of doing this, and and I don't want to lose money. You're gonna have to if you want to get your direct answer. You're gonna have to risk putting your money up, losing your money, getting sent back. You're gonna have to do that if you want to get your direct answer. All right, and I'm sorry if I sound upset. Maybe I am upset. Hell, I'm frustrated too. I'm the one that got sent back, and then I'm reading through the comments of people telling me what I should have done and what I shouldn't do, this and that. Well, this whole time I've been making videos this past year, nobody's been really directing me. It's been me doing all of this by trial and error. So, I mean, unless you're going to join the group and offer some sort of substantial information, what are you really going to accomplish by criticizing me? Because I'm taking it as criticism. For the most part, I do get a lot of love from you guys. But it does get pretty frustrating, all right? I read you what the letter says. The letter, to be quite honest, it really doesn't sound that bad. So a lot of people are saying, well, it's making us look real bad. It is, but it's not as derogatory as I've read some of you say. There was a few misinformations in this letter that I did read. So I am trying to reach out to the U.S. Marshal's office. I am trying to email DHS and trying to get a response back as to why this notice was sent when I reside in a jurisdiction that does not require me to register. All right, I'm in a jurisdiction that does not require me to register or give any sort of notification, and I've called my agency where I currently reside just to confirm the fact that I do not have to notify any sort of international travel. So I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about. Well, you still have to notify federally. I have no idea what y'all are talking about. Because I'll say this, when I flew back in with this same process that I flew out of, when I flew back in, I was not arrested. I was not taken to any sort of facility where I could be processed or anything like that. And I certainly was not told that I was supposed to give an international travel federally. And this is, who is this? Not Homeland Security, but the agency at the damn airport who does the damn passport control. They're the ones telling me that I did everything right. So I wasn't arrested for any of this. Well, you didn't notify us federally that you were traveling internationally. I didn't have to do that. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. I mean, if I'm wrong about anything, please email me. Please email me so we can have this discussion. And when you email me, be ready for a response. I want to hear your response as well to my objections, and I want to hear your objections as well. What I don't want to hear is you should have done this, you should have done that, and then you go ghost. You just pop smoke on everyone. That's not the kind of interaction that I want to have. I want to have a cordial one. So if you feel the need to email me, let's do this. Let's have this discussion, because I would like to put out better information in my videos, all right? Now, I'm sorry for this long video, but I just kind of had to get that rant out, because people have been emailing me nonstop, posting comments everywhere, talking about this and that, and it does get pretty frustrating when I'm the one putting myself and my financial situation at risk just to give you guys the answers that most of you are too afraid of finding out for yourself. For lack of better words, you're too chicken shit to go find out the answers for yourself, all right? And I'm not trying to talk shit about anyone. I'm just being as honest as I possibly can, because our government is not going to be honest with you. They're not going to be honest with us. As you saw on that, as you could tell by that letter that I just read, they said, don't tell these individuals about this letter, about the existence of this letter. They don't want us to know shit. So in order for us to know, one of us has to put ourselves at risk to find these answers, and it's me. So I appreciate, for the most part, you guys are showing a tremendous amount of respect, and that is greatly appreciated, all right? But I am only addressing those few who were really just ridiculing, criticizing, and not really bringing anything else to the table, all right? So the WhatsApp group information, contact the email on the screen and send me an email, and I will get you verified into the group, all right? This is the best way to keep track of me, as emails, they're iffy. Sometimes I get them, sometimes they go straight to junk, and I have to check my junk mail the following day or something like that. But WhatsApp is going to be the best way to contact me. But you must contact me through email first, all right? I hope you guys have a blessed day. And again, I apologize if my tone is sounding, a bit high and frustrated, but I kind of am, all right? I kind of am. I lost a lot of money. I didn't get to go on my trip, and all I'm hearing is a bunch of critics not helping the situation at all. And on top of that, they're giving false information that I do not think is true, all right? I do not believe a lot of the shit that's being said. So let's try to keep it helpful, resourceful, whatever it is you need to contact me by any means to try to get your travels established. I can pretty much talk you through it based off of what I know, based off of my experiences, and the individuals that are in my group. They can share their experiences as well. All right, so let me go catch my breath, man. I'm frustrated. Sorry about this, all right? But guys, you guys take care, be safe, and contact me if you need anything. Again, email is on the screen. Email me. Let's have this discussion, all right? Peace.